Good morning. It's time for Daily Dose with Dr. Lazar. I'm really excited to be with you today, and we're going to be talking about customer service, how you make us feel as your customer matters. All right. So, I would love to hear in the comments section if you have had a positive or negative experience going through COVID with customer service. Um, Maybe a place was very accommodating because of these unexpected changes. Maybe a place was not accommodating and stuff was challenging. I'm of the belief that crisis reveals, and so when we see how businesses and customer service, how they're treating people during this, I think is a big indicator of who they are as an organization. So I'm a sucker for service. I think world class service is the only thing to offer, and I'm obsessed about offering better and better service. When I travel, I'm studying like the world's finest service organizations, and it's fantastic. I love learning about that and experiencing that and sharing that. So there's a retailer that where I frequent, and their stuff is pricey, but I wear the pants every day because they're super comfortable and they look nice for guys, but they're also super comfortable, which is helpful because we're walking around and bending down and adjusting all day. So comfort is good, and it also needs to look good. And so I was given a gift from here, which was super generous for my birthday, and I needed to exchange it for the right size. So I went to this. Well, first I looked up the retailer closest to me, and they're not open right now. So I went to the next closest one, which was about a 40-minute drive. So no problem. I drove up there, and I get to this store, and there's a line out like the front of the store, out the back, around, whatever, like Black Friday shopping. So I walked in, and I didn't schedule a bunch of time for this. I mean, an exchange doesn't take me very long. I go in, I exchange it, I grab three more things. Don't tell my wife. And then that's it. Like, it doesn't take very long. So I walk up, I see this line, and I thought, oh my gosh, I don't know that I have time for this. So I talked to the worker. I said, hey, do you guys have like a fast track for people that need to exchange something? Or in fact, I can just return it, and then I can order something online, if that will make it easier. She said, no, unfortunately, you have to get in this line. So I waited 55 minutes. That's 5 minutes less than an hour just to get into the store. They walked around and were like, stand on that X, and you need a face mask on, and you need this, and it was like, whoa, man, this is intense. I felt like I was in the Red Dawn, where like we were being taken over. So I said, how many people do you let in there? And they said, we let in 7 at a time plus our workers. So 7 at a time. So I waited almost an hour to go in. And what I was explaining to them was how we feel will determine how much we buy. If we're having a great experience, we'll buy more stuff. Like, that's just how it works. But if we're frustrated, and I told my wife, I said, I feel like I'm waiting in line at the airport for a standby seat. I don't know if I'm going to leave on this flight or not. And I'm also at the cell phone company trying to get my bill fixed. That's how I feel right now, all at the same time, standing in line to go into a store to make an exchange. Now, some of you are going to think, well, they're just, protecting people. Okay, I mean, that's what they say for sure. And that might be their intention, but guys, as business owners, as service providers, if you're involved in Beamer sales, like, pay super close attention to this. We have to make sure, like, how we make people feel is what will be remembered. And being herded around like cattle, there are airlines that take really good care of people and airlines that just don't. And if you do that, it's an extra $100. And if you do that, it's an extra $50. And if the bag is that size, it's an extra this. There's a reason I fly Delta frequently. There's a reason I fly first class whenever possible. I don't like to deal with that. I want to get on the plane. I want to be greeted with a smile. I want to just charge me what you charge me, but don't start nickel and diming me, right? That's just me. Everybody's different. But if you are in a service business, please remember how you make people feel determines the outcome more than anything else. If it's policy, then wrap it in grace. Hey, the reason this is the policy is because we're looking out for you. There just are too many things. And if there's something that your customer doesn't understand, get them to understand. If you're relying on policy, well, we have to charge you that because it's our policy. Forget that. That's horrible service. Explain to them the reason we're charging for that is because we're having to go above and beyond what we normally did. It's slowing us down. We're not able to move as quickly as possible, and it actually costs us a lot more to have to clean that afterwards. And so that's why we're passing that on to you. We'd like to stay in business. Oh, well, that kind of makes sense. So make your customers feel and remind them that they're the most important part of your business. Be grateful to serve them. Give best in world service, and you'll be amazed at what happens. When they're happy, they buy more, they send more, and life is much, much more fun that way. Hey, I'm Dr. Lazar. I'll be back tomorrow for another Daily Dose. I hope today is your best day ever. If you are an existing practice member or a coaching client, I'm posting a link right now. You can register for our 1 o'clock Zoom weekly full potential live training, live coaching this week. This topic this week is on electromagnetic frequency radiation and how to protect yourself and your family from that. So there's a link there. No charge if you are an existing patient or one of our coaching clients. Also, students and doctors, tonight is my monthly mentorship call. So if you are if you're in a QSM3 organization, if you're an undergrad or a chiropractic student, if you are a doctor in practice, Quantum Spinal Mechanics, the Q Foundation, sponsors this and puts it on, and so I'll be doing the live mentorship tonight. And so what I'm doing right now is I'm grabbing a link for that. And if you're a student or a doctor, please join us on that. So I'm grabbing that link right now, and I'm going to paste that in the comment section as well. So lots of really fun stuff going on. I hope you join. I'll be back tomorrow for another Daily Dose with Dr. Lazar. Thanks so much.